So yesterday we saw how to modify prototypes, but we didn't see if we have one prototype modified, how to copy those parameters to other type of prototypes we have without having to modify each prototype with the same size. What I mean by that is, if I come in here, I told you to copy these size for single and assembly, right? So now if I go back to my project folder, what I call project folder is this December 2nd. On your site you can put whatever you want. All right, I have this number 6. Go here under prototypes. I have assembly and I have single. All right, but I have both with the same size. Okay, I have them both with the same size, this size. So if I want to modify this one, all right, but I don't want to go through every single process we did together yesterday, and I want to just use this modified prototype, you need to do these steps. All right, first of all, you need to open up the one you modified, the good one right here, and then the one you want to modify. So if you notice, the only difference between this single one, all right, and this one, which is for assembly drawings, is these lists. We have this list. If I click on that, I have a structured list. All right, I have the same thing right here. Sorry, I have my material list here. All right, this is because this is the single part. All right, prototype. So what I need to do is I need to just use, and if you notice, there's no bolt list here. I have this little bolt list here. So what I have to do is I need to close this because I just wanted to show you what is the difference, what the difference is between these two guys. Now you know that. All right, so I close this. All right, this one is done. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to overwrite this file. Take a look here. This is my prototype assembly. I have my own title block here. Everything is fine. I just need to change those lists, but not now. First step would be overwrite this. So I hit save as and not save, all right? Save as to create a new copy. And here I click on this single one right there that I want to modify, right? I hit save. I say yes. All right. Now I have Aster prototype single and CD. All right. This is no longer that assembly one. So I have my title block done. What I need to do is just I need to get rid of this, and then I need to double click on this list and select material list. All right, and you're done. All right. So instead of modifying your Aster prototype single and CD and go through all of those steps, if you have one prototype modified, you can just override it to the single one and then just replace those lists. All right. So I'm done.
When I went to do that, I don't think I have. God dang it. Let's see, single. 917. Huh. I went to save as, and it, God dang it.
You want me to make you presenter, Dave?
Oh, sure.
All right, this is your assembly one is fine. You have this one, it's fine. Just leave it open, no, don't close it. Close this. We're gonna do that from scratch. Close and save no.
Okay. You
This
want
is,
this drawing closed?
you have this one here, yeah, close them all. Because I don't know how many. Okay, no, okay, it's fine. So you have nothing, okay. You have this
I
single
got that
one.
one open.
Okay, close it.
That was my problem.
Yeah.
God dang. How, you know, I'm sitting here, and so I minimize it.
Uh-huh.
How come I don't have all these tabs pop up down here that show me what I have open? I only find this out after I start. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Restore. No. Okay, that one I can
This is your drawing.
close.
Yeah.
Alright, so now I think I know what I need to do. So I come here. I want
Okay. Just,
that one.
yeah, that's fine. You're done. Don't open up those single ones, all right? Just this assembly one and then override it to that
To
single.
the single.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem was I had the single open, didn't realize it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's better if you, instead of double click on your, it's fine, but it's better if you drag it into the advanced. Okay, so just save as, not save. Yeah, right there.
And then click single.
Right there.
And save.
There you go. Yes, override.
All right.
Now just replace those lists. That structural list. Yeah, double click on that. Double click on, not, yeah, there you go. Template. Change it to material list.
Material.
Go up.
Okay. Right there.
No,
Right.
no, this is the metric one. The one, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, hold on a second here. So here I wanted to change that to material list, but later on we'll be getting to lists. You're going to decide on which list you pick, all right? So this is your choice. You can pick whatever you want. But by default, we have material list for single part drawing template and a structural list for assembly one. But it's up to you. You can pick whatever you want. All right?
Okay.
So just close this file and zoom out. Delete that bold list.
Delete.
Yeah, delete that because no, the bold list. Can you see that?
Down here?
Yeah, down there. Yeah. Delete.
Delete.
All right, you're done. You can just save it, and now you have your both prototypes set up. Okay. You have them set. I'm gonna make myself presenter. All right, but hold on a second. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't see that. You actually have.
I know.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't see it. Yesterday when I went to grab everything, I missed grabbing this one.
Okay. Okay.
But it grabbed all the rest. It's not a big deal. I mean,
okay. Okay.
I can always edit that.
Yeah, you can go back there and modify that.
Okay.
All right, so that's for prototypes. Now, let's take a look at drawings. All right, and how to make drawings. So we saw this numbering yesterday. All right, so I'm going to start with I have my prototypes copied. placed. If I want to make my drawings, we saw how to use this process main part, the difference between different options here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for main part drawings, all right, for single part drawings. So for single part drawings, you have the same you have exactly the same option. You can pick all, or you can go for selected parts, all right? But it's better because for single part drawings, it's hard to select every single plate and every single clip angle. So it's better to use these all ones, all single part, page full NCD, C, or whatever your sheet size is. So in this case, if I pick all single part, page full NCD, and if I press use, all right, it goes to this number 6 folder, and it's going to take my prototype, all right, my own title block. All right, so if I go back here to my document manager, all right, I have this, and I have my grading, and I have here this prototype, this title block. All right, and this is the material list. We're gonna see that. But at the moment, just show you how to make your drawings for single part and single parts and main parts. All right. So let's take a look at another options we have here under quick documents. So single parts and main parts, clear. General. Under general, if you wanna detail your main part, all right. For example, you with your single parts. For example, you have a column with some attached parts. All right. If you want to detail them in the same sheet, you need to use one of these processes. So selected ones or all ones. So the same concept applies for all and selected, but the only difference is that you're gonna get your column with attached parts detailed in the same sheet. All right, but if you already detail your pieces as I just did, you won't get them here. All right, so if you want to use these parameters, these processes, you have to actually use them before you generate your drawings for your single parts. All right, so what I mean by that is, let's say I have this column, all right, with this attached part, with this clip angle. I want to make my drawing, but I want to get this clip angle and this cassette plate detail in the same sheet, all right, and this base plate. I don't want them to be detailed in a separate sheet. To do that, if I take this column and if I use these processes, it won't work because I already detailed these pieces. So in advanced steel, you cannot duplicate drawings. If you have this piece detailed, you cannot recreate drawings for that. All right, so in this case, I need to delete and I need to remove my drawings that I created before for single parts and regenerate drawing for this column using these new these 4 methods, these 6 methods. All right, so now if I want to remove some generated drawings from my model, because the drawings are linked to my model, all right, Advanced can recognize them. So if I want to remove them to regenerate drawings in a different way, I need to come in here next to Document Manager. I have 2 options: cancel documents from model. It's going to detach drawings, and this one is going to do the same thing but conversely. It's going to attach drawings to your model. All right. So the advantage of using these tools is that you don't lose your drawings. You just detach your drawings, and afterwards, if you change your mind, you can go back here, use this one here, register documents, and call them back. All right, call them up. So, so let's do that. Click here, SP1 and SP2. I didn't do the right thing. I deleted them. All right. Once you delete drawings, you cannot get them. You cannot call them back. All right. So I do. If I do cancel, I don't have access to my drawings. I just deleted them and they are gone away. All right.
Are they in your recycle bin?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Probably. No, they're not here. All right. It doesn't matter, but just to let you know that there's no way to get those drawings back. All right. When I click on register, there's no drawings showing up. Okay. But we're going to see that. So if you click on this item, instead of select and press delete, just select them and click on open. And it's going to detach those drawings. All right. Now, if I want to use this command, selected main part with connected parts, E and CD, for example. All right. I select the command. I have my piece selected. I go for use. I go OK. All right. I'm going to open up this drawing, and this is what I have. I have my main piece. All right, detail, and I have my attached parts, detail. All right. But there's something here. I have old piece marks because they are already detailed. Can you see that, guys? I have 100, 100, and 101 and 100 again, because these pieces because these pieces were detailed in drawing number 100 and 101. All right. So what I need to do is I need to close this. Whenever you see something that, and if you notice, when I select my column, if I right click on that, I get this not up to date. It means that this drawing needs to be updated. So I go to my Document Manager. All right, you cannot update your drawings by right clicking on the column. I go to my Document Manager. I click on Details. All right, and I have this up to date. I'm going to force update my my drawing. Then update required. I pick that, right click on that, and again force update. Now, if I go here, I've got 001, 001, and 001 because this is drawing number 1. 001, right? So I don't have those 100 and 100 and 1021 and 102 things. Okay, so it's fine now. So, all right. Now if I pick this gusset plate, if I want to detail that individually, Advanced C doesn't let me do that. Take a look. Pick this piece, go here to Quick Documents, go to Single Part, and if I select this single part HNCB for example, I go for Use, because I changed my parameters. Try on your side if you're able to do that or not. Because I changed my GAM. I'm going to do that afterwards. What was the keyword? I don't remember. But generally speaking, you cannot have two pieces per sheet, and that's because I have my my GAM modified. That's why Advanced Steel doesn't. It lets me do that, but on your side, you cannot duplicate a piece. You cannot duplicate the drawing. All right. So that's how it works for general. Now, if I go here to camera, we're going to see that. All right, done. And let me change my SRADIN because this is not the SRADIN I have to work on. This is not used for training. Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna change that right away. Here we go. You're gonna see that SRADIN afterwards. All right, any questions? Guys, do you have any questions? You're unmuted, Jason. You're muted.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my December 6. All right. So under Output tab, Quick Documents, how to make drawings. So we saw these options. Now, let's say, okay, now let's take a look at Document Manager itself. If I generate drawings for this column, main part, view size, all right, go back to my Document Manager, just update. Okay, it's fine. Open up. So I have this drawing done. All right. Now, if I go back to my model, all right, if I change something within the model, if I change my member size, all right, first of all, we're going to see why we get these internal numbers, all right, but at the moment, if I change something within the model, if I change my member size or the thickness of the plate and everything related to the model, let's say if I change this to W12 by 50. All right, I have this W12 by 50 here, so I get this not up to date. All right, so I have two options to update my drawings. All right, first option is to go to the drawing you made. All right, go to labels and dimensions. All right, and update your drawing right here. Update your detail. All right. So take a look here. I have W12 by 45. If I update this detail, now I have W12 by 50 and my drawings are changed accordingly. But if I take a look at my list, I still have W12 by 45. All right. So I need to update my list individually right there. There's this option, update lists. If I click on that, I've got W12 by 50. All right. So the advantage of using these two options is that if you have some cleanup on your drawings, if you work on your drawings, if you change your dimensioning, if you move around these labels, if you use this command, update detail, Advanced Seed's gonna preserve all of these changes you made. All right, those manually clean up. But if you do the same thing using Document Manager, there is a big chance that you lose your manual stuff. All right, you're cleaning up and everything you made, but not your drawings. You get your drawings out of the box, but if you have made some changes, some cleanup, you won't get them. All right, so let's take a look at that. If I come in here, if I change it to W12 by 45 again, if I go here, first if I right click on that, I get this not up to date. Go here and update. Whenever you get this update required, it means that you need to update this drawing. Right click on that, force update. All right. So if I take a look here, I've got W12 by 45 and the same thing for my lists. All right. So if you use Document Manager to update your drawings, it's going to automatically update your list and your drawings and your detail. All right, the detail itself. So, but it's going to apply the out-of-the-box style of drawing to your drawing. All right, so you probably use those manual things you'd made. The other thing is if you use this update, force update here, let me explain you in this way. Sometimes, especially with some versions of Advanced Seed, even if you have nothing changed and you have your column and your drawings updated, sometimes if you right click on your members, you might get these not up to date. All right, sometimes it's a bug, but most of the time you need to make sure whenever you get that message, you need to make sure you need to go back to Document Manager and update your drawings. All right, so let's go back to Document Manager and take a look at the other options we have. So we have Force Update, we have Delete Drawing. If you delete this drawing, you cannot call it back, you cannot call it up. We're going to see that, these two guys. Add to batch plot, we're going to see that. And change prototype, it works, but sometimes you gotta, I don't recommend that you use this option because sometimes you get something like 2 times, it's not gonna, Advanced is not gonna adjust the scale of your drawings according to your prototype. All right, so it's not really recommended. Open drawings. All right, so these are just options to help you sort your drawings if you have many drawings done. Go back here. So we have these registered documents to the model and cancel this drawing. Again, once you register a drawing, once you cancel a drawing, for example, this MP1, all right, if I select and press open, it's no longer there. All right, this is MP. If I want to call it back, I need to go here on the registered documents, and now I have these registered documents. All right, right there. So under your project folder, you have details and the registered drawings. If I click on that, details, I have this one that I just detached from my model. All right, so I've got these 2 drawings, but they are not attached to my model. If I want to attach them, again, click on Register Documents to the model, select these guys, and click Open. I can go here, update them, and work on them. All right. So if you crash, or power goes off, or something bad happened, you will lose your drawings. For example, take a look here. I have these 2 drawings. All right, just column with attached parts, and this single part drawing. All right, so if I close my model without saving my model, all right, so you can see here, no, all right, it's like a crash. It's like you crash. All right, so if I open up my model, if I go here to Document Manager under Detail, I have nothing here. All right, so if you end up with this MP folder, but you know that you generated your drawings, don't panic. Your drawings are still there. You just need to register those drawings. All right, so to do that, you need to click here under Registered Documents to Model. All right, it goes to Detail folder, all right, right there. And the difference between this detail folder and the registered folder is you didn't detach, you didn't cancel these drawings, you just crashed. That's why they're not moved to this folder. All right? So if you're gonna get your drawings moved to this folder, all right, only if you have them canceled, if you have them detached using this command right there. But if you crash or the power goes off or something like that, so you need to go here, even if you have them, even if you have your drawings saved under this detail folder, you cannot see them on Document Manager. All right, but it doesn't mean that they're gone or you lose them. Okay, you lost them. So just register them to your model using this command here. All right, and then just update your update them for just to make sure if there's nothing wrong with these drawings. All right. So I'm gonna get rid of them, delete. Sometimes you make your drawings, all right? You make your drawings, you update your drawings, and you have your drawings done, you have your mark, your object mark, your objects marked, but you decide to change your numbering. All right? In this case, guys, in this case, it's better if you decide to change this numbering, change that. All right? Click on OK, update your drawings. But if it doesn't work, because sometimes it's hard for Advanced to overwrite numbering and overwrite new piece marks, all right? So in this case, you need to remove your drawings from the model, all right? And then remove your piece marks using these two commands. We're going to see that. And rerun your numbering and regenerate your drawings. That happens very rarely, but if you end up having that situation, just you need to do that in this way. All right? So to remove your piece marks, you have this toggle here. Toggle is a toggle between single part and main part. So if I click on that, all right, now I have my main part. Take a look. Switch to main part. If I click on that again, I have my preliminary mark. So it means that if you click on these two items, it's gonna remove your preliminary mark. We don't have any preliminary mark in this model, but if you have, you can use this. So again, click on that to single part. All right, with this attached part, it means that it's a single part. All right, and then click on the first item, say yes. The second one, say yes. Change it to main part, the same thing. Don't get confused with these items. You don't have to use them, but if you end up having the situation that I just explained, just you know how to do that. All right? Now I have nothing for my numbering, not defined and not defined. Click on numbering again. I'm fine. All right. So that's another topic. Any questions?
No.
All right. So I'm going to go to this table here, this tab here, labels and dimensions. And we're going to see how to modify generated drawings. All right. So I pick my column and I generate a drawing for that. Open up my drawing. All right. So let's take a look.
I have a quick question for you. So
Go
you
ahead.
just detailed that column. Why, when you right-clicked on it, did it say not up to date?
That's what I just said. That's a problem I have with my 2014 version. All right. As I told you, sometimes you get this, but actually there's nothing to change here. If I come in here, there's nothing to update. But as I told you, sometimes with this version I have this problem.
How do you know when there is something to update?
So because, well,
Could you tell by looking at that folder you were in?
yes, you can come in here on Document Manager and it's going to tell you if you have, it's going to tell you that you're going to get a message, update required.
Oh,
So
okay.
now you know that you have something to do. But I have SP1 installed. That's why this problem comes from SP1, right? Don't install SP1 because on your side you don't have that problem. But in 2014 plus Service Pack,
I see on my side where it says not up to date as well.
can I see that?
Yeah, mine's doing that too.
It's not normal. Okay, you just created that. You didn't change anything, and you get that?
Yeah, see, right-click,
Okay,
not up to date.
can you open up this drawing? All right. All right, all right, all right. So hold on a second.
Oh, shoot.
Well, can you zoom out your list? All right. So can you go to your Manage tab on, I better just make sure of your version you're using. Click on About Advanced Steel, the very right one, the blue one right there. Because you have SP1 installed.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
that's why. If you don't have SP1 installed, you won't get that. That's a problem we have with the SP1.
All right.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately. Make sure you, Jason, make sure you have SP1 installed or not.
Mine's the same as his.
That's why. That's a problem with SP1.
Yeah. Okay.
But we don't have it in, all right? We don't have it with just 2014 version. All right.
Why did they issue a service pack to begin with if the original one was better than?
That's the question I kept asking when I installed that SP1. I don't know why and it's not the only issue we have with SP1, there are many issues, actually. There are many things that don't work with SP1, unfortunately. But not too many, but it's better if you, at the moment it's better. There would be another another patch for that, but at the moment just you need to just work on that. You need to just accept that at the moment. But you can't uninstall everything and reinstall, but it's not a big deal. It's not really important because you know that you know what you've changed or not, or what you've not changed. So that's fine. If you just get this not up to date and you know that you've nothing changed, so that's okay. Just
Okay.
it's how it works. It's a bug, okay? So I have this drawing done. Open up this drawing. Come in here. Now I have these internal numbers. That's because I haven't put these pieces onto a drawing yet. All right. As soon as I generate my drawings for pieces, for my single parts, all right. All single parts, page flow and CD. All right. They're going to be disappeared. All right. Now if I update my drawing right there, you can see they've changed to piece marks. All right, but not my list. I have them still on my list. Update my list, and it's done. All right. So now let's take a look at the options we have on the labels and dimensions. So I have this drawing done, and we're going to see this list tomorrow, revision mark and revision table. We're going to see that today. But first, let's take a look at these options here. All right. So let's say I want to modify my dimensions I have here. I want to add another dimension here from this center to the edge of the angle. So we have these parametric dimensions. All right. So once you work on drawings, never use these dimensions. All right. These items are actually, if you use these items, they're not gonna include the settings and the parameters that you have in your drawings. So for example, this drawing, I have certain parameters like scale. I might have clipping, and so these 20 feet here, if I do DI, it's not 20 feet. All right, I'm not going to get 20. All right. If I use these commands here, advanced C doesn't take into consideration those settings like scale, like clipping, and other parameters that you have in your drawings. All right. So if I want to simplify what I said, I should say that this is because you have some intelligent objects and they are linked to the model. you need to use these commands. And once you have in your model, you have nothing like scale, like clipping, and you have your real dimensions, and you have the real size of the objects, you can use these items. All right, so let's take a look here how to add some dimensions. So I want to insert a dimension here. Select this, insert a point. All right, click on that. Take a look at the command line, select dimension where you want to insert a point. Select my dimension, enter. Enter dimension point, right there, done. So I'm still on the command, enter dimensions point. I can keep going. I can click, for example, here, here, and right there. All right. Once I'm done, I can press enter and another enter. All right. Now, if I want to just keep this little one, I want to delete the others. I have this one here, delete point. All right. So select the command. I select my dimension line, enter. This one, enter. This one, enter, and I can keep going. All right, it's fine. I want to keep this, or if I want to delete it, just click on that. All right, once I am done, just press enter 2 times, and it's done. So now this is how you modify your existing dimensions. If I want to add a new dimension, I need to use these commands. All right, horizontal, vertical, and slope one. So let's say I want to add a vertical dimension here for my angle. I select the command, plus select the view. I just select somewhere on the model. All right, first dimension, last dimension, for example. All right, and I click right there. Still on the command, enter, enter 2 times. All right, it brings up this box. I have many options. I have this linear absolute, this one here, and you can see how it changes. Ordinate. All right. So the same thing for this one, linear and horizontal one, and the same thing for the other guys. Now let's take a look at these create view section. So if I want to create a section, I have many sections here, all right? But if I want to create a new one, I can always use this command here, create a view and section. Click on that. All right. For the first command, for the first message, you can just press enter because it's asking you to select the request view. Don't worry about that. Just press enter. Then select click somewhere on the model where you wanna on your drawings where you wanna add that section. Let's say I want to create a section right there. Click. First corner of my section right there. Second one here, and the direction to go up, down. All right. So once you get this message, use automatic with settings, just press enter and another enter. Alright, I've got this DD section. If I zoom out, it's right there. You can just move it here. Alright. So this is the section I created. Now, let's say if I wanted to keep this section, but I don't want to keep this CC1, alright? Or let's say, for example, you create another section here. I do that quickly. EE1 right there. Alright, so I've got this section created. We're going to see these boxes here, this green box and these small boxes. But at the moment, I have this EE section done. If I want to delete this section, okay, I just click on that. I press delete. Alright, I have AA, BB, CC, and EE. So you can see there's a gap here between my CC and EE. Actually, when I deleted DD, Advanced still hasn't updated my sections number. Alright? So to do that, we have this option, renumber cut views. If I click on that, if I click anywhere on my model, alright, so I got DD instead of EE. It's no longer EE. So it's going to update the number of your sections. Alright. So that's how it works with the 4 cut views. Detail explode settings. You don't have to use that, but if you want to explode this drawing, you can use this drawing. We explode drawings to be able to open them up using AutoCAD. Change prototype. It's the same command as we have here. Right there, change prototype. Alright. It's not really, it doesn't work in the way it should, but you can try that on your site. Delete view, move view, and the other parameters are not really useful. You can just, instead of using these commands, you can just move them using cat command like M move. Alright. We can use these commands here. Alright, so let's take a look at these boxes we have here. So I'm going to start with this big box, the main box, the outside one. If I double click on that, alright, it brings up this box here. So here we have the number of details and the number of views that Advanced has created. So what does that mean? It means that I have my column section, I have my bottom and front view, these two guys. It's actually the front and side view, but Advanced will call that bottom view, bottom vertical view. Alright, but this front view is this one, and this one is actually the side view. because for advanced steel you have your beam lying down, okay? And end plate, we have this end plate here, detailed intersection, all of these sections, those that are created automatically by advanced steel, not those that I created. And finally, I have this one here, which is the one I created. All right. So if I wanna turn one of these items off and on, I just need to select that item. For example, I wanna turn off my side view. All right, select right there, and under view state, I have off, on, and auto. I change it to off and click on OK. All right. So once you do that, it's gonna create another section automatically. All right, but it's not the same one. All right. So double click on that. All right. And now I have top vertical. This one was the bottom one, and this one is the top one. Because for advanced steel, it's going to recognize if there's a view needed, okay? So if you have a top view, if you have the bottom view, which is actually the side view, advanced steel doesn't generate this top one. But as soon as I turn this one off, advanced steel created this one automatically. If I turn this one off as well, so there's no side view available. All right, so again, click on that. I can't say, okay, I want this guy back. I have it right there. All right. Double click again. Now let's take a look at front view. You can do the same thing. All right, and the same thing will happen. All right. You cannot actually turn this one off in this case, but because in some cases you cannot turn off some views, and it depends on your drawing styles. But it becomes a little bit complicated. I'm not getting into that. If you're not able to turn it off or on, it's because it's extremely necessary. All right. So the same thing for the other sections, or for this end plate here. There's no end plate. All right. So that's for turning off and on your details. So if you use this command here, these commands, you can always turn it. You can always get your views back. All right. But if you delete them, you cannot do that. All right. So I can always delete these guys, but if I do that, there's no way to call them back. All right. So one more thing here is that. So we're gonna see.
Is that excuse me? Is that when you delete a view, you can't get it back if it's a generated view, computer generated view?
Yes. Yeah.
But if it's a view you created and then deleted, you can get it back.
Well, actually, it depends. It's a little bit complicated, but it depends. If you wanna,
I mean, the reason you said that, and I created a section while you were showing us how to do that.
Yeah.
And And I erased it.
Yeah, and you can call it back.
And then I could call it back, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it depends. All right? It depends, but sometimes you cannot do that. All right? So it's better if you use this view state, but most of the time you can do that. But it's better, it's recommended to use this one, these items here. All right? Instead of deleting your drawings, your views, just use these commands here. But yes, you can do that.
Okay.
But it depends again on your drawing style. As you notice, I couldn't turn this one off, so it depends on a variety of parameters. Okay, so again, double click on this column, go here to clipping. Okay, under properties, I have my scale. I can change it, something smaller, bigger. All right, change it, something bigger, something smaller. And again, go here, go, so right here, you can always change the title of the drawing. So at the moment, I have this yellow part, which is my, right here, okay, one more thing. Under title, we're dealing with tokens again. So these are intelligent text. You can select this token, right click on the token list and select another one. All right. So maybe you want to have your quantity next to your main part. So if you want to do that, just we have quantity here, yeah, right there. So the quantity is right there. Number of column is just 1. So I have just one piece of this column in my entire model. All right. So you can insert as many as tokens you want, and you can delete these guys as well. All right. So that's for these. Change the color, the size, everything. Go to clipping. Under clipping, I have my Y clipping check. All right. And if I uncheck this, take a look at my column. I just uncheck this Y clipping. I go for OK. And this is what actually this column looks like. All right. So that's why you cannot use these options here. All right. Because these options will dimension the whole the physical member, not the one that is clipped and it's scaled. All right. Go back to my box and check this clipping. All right.
You could use those after you unclip it, correct?
These guys?
Yeah.
You can use that. Never use them. No, don't use them because you have your scale. All right? You have your scale here. So how do you want to dimension this piece using these commands if you cannot have your actual column showing up once you generate your drawings? You cannot get your 20 feet column in a drawing that you have just...
Right, I understand that, but that, I mean, the clipping makes it short enough to fit on the sheet.
Exactly.
And those dimensions
Mm-hmm.
Only dimension the physical length of what it actually is. So
Exactly.
it's obviously not 20 feet. It's probably
Exactly.
5 feet or something.
Exactly, exactly.
So, but once you unclip that,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
those dimensions, I'm just wondering why they're even on the menu if we're not meant to use them. I mean,
Well,
if
just
if it's unclipped, I would think you could use those.
so if it's unclip, so take a look at my to see what is going to happen. Unclip. You can use this guy, linear one, from here to right there. And I've got 2 feet instead of 20 feet. Okay, because I've got my scale, which is,
Oh, it's 1.5 inches. I gotcha. It's
okay,
it's
that's
tied
why,
to your scale.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's why, cannot use that. Because they're not gonna actually consider your scale and your clipping. All right, go back. All right, this is for the outside box. So clipping, if you want to see the actual line, the actual clipping, check this normal clipping. All right, put something like 116, and another 116 right there, for example. All right, and you're going to see these clipping lines. So it means I've got three clipping lines right there, and 1 here, 2 here. All right, if you want to see them actually. If you don't, just put it to no line clipping. All right, and if you end up with this, don't worry, don't panic, just update your drawing. Where's my clipping? I'm gonna check it to use default. There we go. All right.
Okay.
So that's for the main box. Let's take a look at the inside ones. So we have the same thing for inside boxes. All right, so you can change the scale of your individual details. You can rotate them. You can clip them. You can change the orientation, but don't do that. This orientation one, but you can play with these guys. They're pretty much the same, clipping and scale and the other stuff. All right. One more thing. If I move this box, one of these inside box to somewhere like down there here, you can see I get my outside box extended because this outside box, because these inside ones has to be inside of the main one. So if you move it like here, you're going to get your box, okay, extended. Just to let you know how it works. All right, so another thing, okay, it's fine for modifying drawings. Let's take a look at these items we have here. All right, so let's say you get something crowded, a lot of labels, and you don't want to see those labels. So you delete all of your labels. That happens especially if you have some grating in your model, and gratings names are so long, so sometimes better to delete them and insert a new label. All right. So before I get into these items, let's take a look at these existing labels and existing dimensions. Alright, so I'm going to start with this label here. So I have this label for this plate here. If I double click on that, alright, just double click on that, it brings up this box and I can't change my label. At the moment, if you want to see what you have as the token, again, in Advanced Steel, these labels are linked to the model, to the objects. Alright, so if I pick this label, associated object is selected as well. Alright, the same thing for here, clip angle. Alright, so they're linked to the object. That's why you cannot copy this label. You cannot move it right there. It's not how it works. If you want to get the same label, you need to insert a new one. Alright? So double click on the label. It brings up this box. Delete this. I had two labels on top of each other. Alright, so I have this label here. If you want to see which token has been used, just click on the label itself at the middle, not here, because here I have nothing. Token is none. But here I have part mark. Alright, you can change it to name, for example. Alright, if I click on OK, oops, name, change it to name. Alright, I've got this name instead of that part marks. If I want to change it to part mark again. Alright, if you want to add another label, you can say like this, or it's fine, something like that. You can type whatever you want, or you can use existing label, existing tokens, like name. Alright? So now, if I want to modify the position of this label, I have these three grips, starting with this one. So you can move it around. Alright. For example, here, if I have this one here, I can change the rotation of my label. Alright. And I have this one here that I can move it. Alright, I want to put it here. Alright. So you have three grips. This one is handy and this one here. Double click again on this label, so you can change these parameters. Right here, if I uncheck these, you can see this new line showing up. Revision. Don't worry about that. We're going to see that. Leader line, show line. Alright, so that's for label. Now if I delete this, alright, if I want to insert a new one, insert a label, alright, select the object, select the point you wanna put that label, and here we go. Alright, so you need to press enter and another enter to get your label. You can again double click here and change these parameters. Alright, so That's for label. Insert weld symbol. Click on that. You can click whenever you want. And oh, sorry, I mean level symbol, not weld symbol. And you're gonna get the level of the column. All right. It depends on the model. And the level symbol I have in the model. Object, what I have here, because I already, right there, double click on that, right there, because I have my datum level on 100 feet, all right, so that's why we didn't see that label, that symbol, did we, guys?
I don't think we did.
All right, so if you want to get this level, this item here, this level symbol, you need to have this one put in on the model. All right, to do that, we have under objects, we have this level symbol. Click on that. It's pretty easy. Just put it somewhere on the model. And then specify, you need to specify this datum level, and it's going to calculate that. But one more thing, it's very important that it's going to calculate this datum level according to your UCS, to where you have your, not where you have your UCS, but it depends on it's going to calculate that from the world location, all right? The default location of the UCS. So it means that this is the default location, and I have my datum level on 100. So I've got 120 because this is 20 feet column.
My absolute, my current, under my current tab in the model, absolute height is 16.5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my global's at 0 inches.
Yeah.
Or my datum level 0.
You can change
Absolute.
it. That datum. Yeah. Okay. If you go to the global, you can change it to whatever it depends on.
It's just your bottom of base plate at whatever elevation.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's this current? How come I have 16.0 and a half?
Because you have your model 16 feet upper than where you have your UCS world.
Okay.
So if you close, yeah, because if you close this, can you close this? All right. And change your UCS to world. Click on UCS world. All right. Change your, okay, now if you click on, if you put, okay, do something, put your level symbol, click on that, and click on, for the point, no, hold on, put 0 and 0. And 0. Enter.
Oops.
All right.
Okay, now we're matching.
Yeah, you can see you have 0 and 0 because this is where actually, so you have, I don't know how you moved your model 16 feet up, but that's why.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay. Alright, so that's for this symbol here. And how to insert that, that's how it works. Insert a level symbol. Or you can use this one here. You can double click on this dimension and change it to absolute. And you get this elevation right there. But it depends on the way you want to get this dimension. It's a dimension, but it's a level symbol. Alright. Insert a weld line and weld symbol right there. Click on that. Select any part. And it brings up this dollar box. You can change it. It's exactly the same thing as we saw for modeling. The same thing. Alright? But the difference between this weld symbol and label is that you can insert this weld symbol whenever you want in the model in your drawings. It doesn't matter if you have a real physical weld or not. All right, you can put in this symbol whenever you want. Weld line, the same thing. Slope symbol. It's not the case, but you can put that if you have a if you want to show a slope symbol. And curved weld line. If you want to create a curved weld line, you can use this. All right. So it's pretty much what I wanted to say for labels and dimensions. Now let's take a look at revision mark and table. Any questions?
No, I don't have any.
I got one.
Go ahead.
When I edit my box, my main box, the title format, I don't have a description of what this piece is or how many there are or its mark number.
Okay, let me make you presenter. All right, can you, okay.
Okay, so I've edited this box. This window pops up. And
That's
here.
Okay, you change it. That's okay. Just select the green text.
Okay.
Select them all. And change the token. For example, to piece mark, main part, type M. Press down M. M, right there, main part.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then you can just click again and add another one.
And then quantity.
Quantity, for example.
Q.
All right. Click on OK. All right.
Must have done that wrong. Detail 017. Huh.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Can you click on 17? No, just the 17 one. Click on yeah, quantity. You have the quantity. Okay, because you have one piece of this, it's fine. Create a yeah, because this one is actually your quantity. Yeah, you can put a space or something like that to yeah.
All right.
Right. make myself presenter. Drago, any questions?
No, not at this point.
Okay. All right, so insert the label, parametric dimension, we saw that. Insert a list, we're going to see that. Update list, drawing, it's fine. Revision mark. All right, let's take a look at this revision mark. Let's say I have this drawing done, all right, and I have some changes. So I need to change my revision, but I want to keep my previous drawing. All right. So to do that, we have this revision mark, but it's better if you do that on their document manager.
Could I stop you again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back messing with what I asked you about. It's not working the way I would suspect.
Okay.
You can make me presenter again if you want. Okay, you got me? Okay, so I edit this. Okay, so here's my model. What I want is my model role. Why does that say whole type? Whole type. Whole type. I don't understand this. So
Delete them all and insert a new one. Just no, just no. You don't have to even. Yeah, just
okay.
You could have added that.
Okay. And the first thing I want is the description.
Okay, just
like a column or model. I guess it would be called the model role.
okay for column, like the description. Okay, if you want to add that, type C for name. It's gonna take the model role. Yeah, model role is fine. Model role is fine. And then
then a couple spaces.
Yeah.
And then I want a column. Now I want the mark number.
Mark.
So it would be
main part M.
Main. Okay. Main part mark.
Right.
Okay. Now I want a couple spaces.
Okay.
Actually, let's go here.
Okay.
A couple spaces, and then I want a quantity vary first off. Q. Quantity.
Okay, but hold on a second. Can you just close on between? Can you click on the gap between the 7 and the row? And because I saw something like
Quantity.
whole type. Hit delete or no. Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay.
No. Click again and
okay.
Press backspace. All right. It's fine now. All right. Oh, whole type. Row. Delete that row. It has to be model row. Delete that row. It's not the model row. All right. Go to token. You don't have access to model row here. Click on that. It's not the model row. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. Column. You want to see the column, right?
Mm-hmm.
On my site. Column. What do we have for model role main part? We don't have
name
actually.
denote.
We have.
Let me see name denotation.
We have name, but it's not gonna create the name. So you have the name of the section, but not the model role, the column. But I'm gonna probably should have that column. Coding column role. No, we don't have that role. We have the model role for tokens in the title block, but not here. So if you want to get that column, just type column for at the moment, and I'm going to look into that to see if there's any token available for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one more thing, guys. Make myself presenter. Once you change something, the other thing I wanted to show you here is that everything we did manually by clicking on the box, on the main box, and change this title can be done automatically if you change the main template. All right? I'm not gonna really, I don't want you guys to get confused, but the main drawing style, the drawing style that has been used to generate this drawing is that actually this column vertical auto intersection. All right? So if I change that drawing style, if I change, for example, the name column or whatever I want, if I change these parameters right there where I have this drawing style saved, all right, I don't have to do that for every single drawing. So you can do that right there, and under typing, under process, right there, if I change this title here, all right, it's going to apply these changes to all of my drawings. All right, so you don't have to open up your drawings and do that for each drawing. All right, okay. But at the moment, don't worry about that, just to let you know. Okay. So the manual way at the moment is important, but you can do that automatically. Okay. So any questions?
No.
All right. Now if you want to look for some piece marks in the model, like you're looking for 1A or 2A or 1B or something like this, you want to see your piece marks, all right? For example, I'm looking for this 1A, all right? I need to come in here under search filter. You saw that before. Check my steel beam, and under number, main parts only, assembly mark is 001, and my counter is A with capital letter. And I get this highlighted here. All right. So if you're looking for some of your piece marks, some of your objects in the model, you can always use the search filter to look for specific objects. All right. So the other thing, okay, let's take a look at these. Add revision. All right. If I wanna add a new revision here, I select my drawing, right click on that, I click on revision. Alright, I click on add my revision A by my initial, by the date and description. Alright, column has changed, or whatever it is. Alright, click on OK. So what it does is I've got 1A, alright, revision A. So if I want to go back and find my drawing number 1, the old one, the previous revision, first of all, if I go back to, if I open up this drawing, on the revision box, I have this information added to my drawing. Alright, and my revision has changed to A. Alright, so if I want to find my old drawing, I need to go under my model folder, which is this number 6 right there. Alright, and now if you take a look here under details, I have this backup. Alright, and this drawing is the one that I just changed. So this is going to be my old revision and my old drawing, the previous revision. Alright, so if you add a new revision, it's going to keep the previous ones. Go back here. So it's fine. Let's take a look at lists. Insert a list and update lists, these two items, and we're gonna actually take a look at them. I don't know if you guys use external list or not. I'm gonna start with Dave and Jason. Do you use external list or just lists on drawings?
External list? Is that what you asked?
Yes, external list is actually the list that is not populated in your drawing. It's a general list that you can just print out and send to the fabricators or
like a advanced bill of material type thing?
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, we would use that.
Okay. Right, so we're going to see external list and internal list. First I'm going to open up my drawing. Alright. Take a look at this list. Double click on that to change your list. If you want to use another types of lists, you can double click on your drawing. Alright. Under template, you can change your lists. For example, instead of structure one, you can use material one. Alright, and then update your list. Alright. Now let's take a look at creating a new list. If I want to create a new list in Advanced Steel, I have two options. I can come in here on my Output tab and click on BOM Editor. Alright, it brings up this box. Alright, so I've got Advanced and User part, as you can see. I've got external list and list on drawings. So we're gonna focus on list on drawings first. List on drawings. List on drawings Imperial. We have to work on Imperial ones. And these are the lists that I have right there.
Where are you at? You're at insert a list?
Sorry?
I'm lost. You're at insert a list?
No, I clicked on BOM editor right
Okay.
here.
What would really help me when you're doing this is if you could slide that window down, like when you open something in the model. If you could slide your window down so I can see which tab you selected from up there.
Right there? Yep.
Yeah, like pick that. Or
Can you see that?
yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so I'll put
Right there.
okay. Yeah, that helps.
Okay. So I clicked on BOM editor, and then I have my external list and list on drawings. Click on lists on drawings. List on drawings Imperial. So I have beam list, bolt list, material list, plate list, and so on. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new list right now. I right click on for example, I want to create a new structure list. Right click on that. Right click on that. Click on copy templates. Alright. I can change its name to whatever I desire. For example, instead of drawing list, I can say want to know. You can put your company name, drawing structure list, copy to user database is fine. Click on OK. This is the list I created right now. Alright, right there. Alright. And I have this list in front of me. This is my structure list that I want to modify. First of all, you can right click on the list, alright, you want to modify. You can go to template units and change the unit of your list. Alright, inch, architectural, the other stuff. The other thing you can do is you can specify under report contents, you can specify the contents of your list. I'm going to get at the moment I'm going to get beams, curved beams, plates, bolts, shear studs, and you can see, for example, if I don't want to get my grating, sometimes gratings are have a too long name, so it's not really it's not a good idea to have gratings on your structure list. So you can uncheck that, alright, and click on OK, for example. Or to just give you an example, I'm going to uncheck plates, alright. I'm just going to uncheck this plate. So I'm not going to get these plates in my lists. We're going to see that. Just uncheck this plate at the moment. Click on OK. Alright. So what I did was I just copy one of existing ones. I rename it. And then I clicked on that and change this, uncheck this plate and this grating, and just showed you how to change the units. Now we're going to see the geometry of the list, but at the moment, if I'm happy with that, I just click on Save right there and click on OK. Alright, so coming here, I'm going to insert a new list on the labels and dimensions. Insert a new list. You can have multiple lists in your drawing. Alright, I check these two boxes. So what it does is my list is going to grow towards down right here. Under templates, I have just advanced templates. Alright, it doesn't show up the list that I created. Alright, so if I want to see that list that I created, I need to. Alright, are you guys following along or not?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to go to the desktop, click on Advanced Manager. Alright, click on Settings, Defaults. Alright, then check this Use Filter, type BOM.
So Advanced Manager, Settings,
Defaults.
Defaults.
Check this Use Filter and type BOM.
Available class. What the fuck? Let's play it.
Well, the thing is, can you just elaborate the file manually and just give it to me?
All right. Then I want you guys to uncheck this. Use the new BOM on drawing.
You will just copy the block again and again for the other side. I won't go
And save this.
like I will do, for example, an CD, and for the rest you will just have to copy.
All right. Once you do that, click on Load Settings in Advance. So every time you change something within the GAM, you need to press this icon here.
But first,
All right.
I need the info.
To push this information to your Advanced View, to load them into Advanced View.
I will send it to you.
Okay, load settings in advance, and I'm done. I'm going to close this
Well, give it
or minimize it.
will do the job
I go back to my model. I need to do the same thing. I need to go to Manage, tab, and click on Update Defaults to reload those information into the model. Update defaults. Right? So I double click on the list. I'll go to template. It's fine. Delete this list and insert a new list. Save, REG, insert a new list. Anyway, I'm going to move it afterwards. And now under template, I've got user templates. I've got this user structure list. All right. I'm going to update my list. So you can see here, there's no plate showing up. All right, because I took off plates from my list. So I have just my beam and my and my angle.
Okay.
All right, and there's no plate showing up. All right,
Okay.
now if I go back here to my list, all right, go to my list. Where's my list? Hold on a second. Okay, this one is the old one. Oops. Output tab, BLM editor. Oops. Internal list. One techno one. Alright. Now, as you notice here, I have this W12 by 45 showing up 2 times. If I want to get rid of this one here, one of these guys, I can just click here. Alright. I can't so let's go for the geometry because it has to do with the geometry of my list. Alright, I have report header, page header, group header, and finally report footer. Alright, so it's gonna, if I wanna get rid of this page header, alright, which is the one that creates this W12 by 45 one, the first one, I just need to come in here and delete it. Alright, save it, alright, and click on OK. Just save it, you don't need to click on OK. Then if I update my defaults, and if I come in here, it's fine, and I update my list, it didn't update that. Hold on a second. Sometimes it doesn't update that. Make sure of something. Hold on a second. It's fine. Update my list. I didn't pick my changes. It's right there. Okay, that's why. Alright, what I'm gonna do is, hold on a second, why didn't pick that? I'm gonna delete these. It's fine. Save. Minimize. Update my list. Alright, it's fine now. So you don't even have to click on update defaults because it's something internal. Alright? So again, if you I know it's a little bit complicated, but so if you want to create a list, copy a new list, just create a new one using one of these commands, one of these existing ones, make a copy, rename it, and then you can modify the geometry. Alright, you can do everything with this geometry. I can create a new tab here. For example, if I extend this list, if I add a new text right there, alright, if I add a new one right here, You can double click on that, change it to format border, add a new border here, and then okay, so I used this text box. I just drag it into my new list, all right, and added two new columns. The first one, I'm gonna click on that and change it to, if I want to change the content of the column, I need to right click on that and go to field content, all right, and here I put a name, I put test. You can put whatever you want, right? Now, right here, I can right click, do the same thing, but at this point, I can't pick one of these tokens, because in Advanced Style, here again, you're dealing with tokens. This length, this material, and this coding, these are intelligent text, all right? This is a token. This is not just a text, all right? These are all tokens. So you can change them. If you don't want to get the material or length, you can change that. And this is your list. You have the main list, all right there. You just made a copy. All right, so don't worry. If you screw up, it doesn't matter. Just delete that and create a new one. All right,
Okay.
because the main one is right there. All right.
Can we step back a few
Okay.
moments and go, I'm at the Advanced Manager,
Mm-hmm.
and I am in Drawing General.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to have access to the list I created.
All right. So did you press update defaults?
No, I'm not even there yet.
Okay.
I'm still at the.
Are you here?
Yep. Okay.
Did you uncheck this?
Uncheck that box,
Yeah.
and then right to
Load.
load settings in Advanced Style. Okay.
Right. And just minimize it.
Okay.
All right. So I go here to, so you need to go here to Manage tab and click on Update Defaults.
Okay. Insert a list.
And then insert a new list and pick your own list. Are you doing that?
Up. Let's see. Update defaults under the Manage tab.
Yeah.
Okay. Update defaults. Okay. Then label in dimensions. Insert a new list. Boom to boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see it. So I pick the one I created.
Yeah. And update your list. Then.
Labels. Update my list.
All right. Do you want me to make you presenter, Dave?
Sure.
Any trouble?
Yeah, little.
All right. Okay. So double click on your list.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You can close and update your list. Save your model before you do that because sometimes we crash. Control S to save. It's fine.
Okay, or
Yeah, or right there.
should I?
Go back to the model. Control tab. Just Control tab. It's fine.
Control. Holy moly. All right.
Okay, now update
Okay,
your,
so where's update list at?
just on the left hand side.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, there's another types of list available with advanced steel, and this we don't actually get into that part, but it's a little bit complicated because you need to work on AutoCAD to not on AutoCAD, but it's a DWG file. You need to work on advanced steel. You're dealing with a DWG file to modify your list. But the performance that you have if you use those lists is better because once you update your list, it doesn't take that long. All right? But we don't get into that. But I'm going to send you the link, guys, after we finish this training. If you want to really modify your list, you can use that that option actually as an alternative.
So are you still have my screen up?
Yeah.
Okay. So right here I want this W12 by 26. I mean, I saw what you went through. You got
Okay.
rid of your
Go.
this here, but I just wanted to say column.
Okay, you want to get the column here, right?
Here's my mark. Yeah.
Okay, just go back to your list if you want to get.
Okay.
Click on your taskbar. Just keep your cursor on your taskbar. On your taskbar at the bottom, right there. Can you see that white icon? This is the yeah. Click on that.
Okay.
There you go. Go to user template on the right hand side. Right there. List on drawings. And Imperial. Select your list. Create it.
Not there.
Because you are under advanced temp. You're under list on drawings Imperial. Go back again. How did you add that list to? Okay. Click on list on drawings on. Okay. Minimize that file. Because you're under advanced template, click on user template.
Oh, I'm on user template.
No, you're under user. Okay. Minimize that. We're going to see probably you created that under. Minimize this file. Minimize this whole thing. Double click on the list you put in. Click on template. User template.
Advanced template.
No, it's fine. Okay, go back to the list to the BOM editor. Click on
here or no? Yeah.
Click on user template. Okay, now click on metric one, list on drawings metric. Scroll down. All right, list on drawings Imperial is not there. List on drawings, the first one, very top one. Expand that. So where did you put that? Okay, exit out of that. Probably it's not loaded there. Close this.
Okay.
Close it. All right. Go to the model. And again, click on Update here. Click on BOM Editor under Output tab.
Okay.
Just next to Quick Document on the left, the one item on the left of Quick Document. Yeah. Again, user one. Listen drawing.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. So click on that. All right.
Okay.
And can you see that group head 2? All right. Right there. Can you see that main part name?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Double click on that. Not like this. No, it doesn't. It's not how it works. Click. Escape. Hit escape. Right click on that. Go to field content. Now, instead of this part mark here, part mark name, scroll down. The last one, select the last one, scroll down. It's not there, hold on. What's the name of the token? It's not a token actually, but it's user, type U to select user text, user text right there.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. Just type column. Here we go. Click on OK. It's fine. So save it. All right. Minimize it.
Okay.
Just minimize it. And update your list. Go back to your
Okay,
drawings.
So go back to the drawing, yeah.
Control tab.
Oh, all right.
You don't have to do
Get
that.
that.
Yeah, it's better if you use
Okay.
Control tab. Update your list. Under labels and dimensions. Here you go. Right, left, on the left-hand side.
There it is.
Yeah. Zoom in on your list.
Okay.
Okay, you get this. Now I'm going to make myself presenter. To show you guys some other. Yeah. Okay, what's wrong with that? Make myself presenter. See my screen? Guys, can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you want to change the text, if you don't want to use Arial, select them all right here and change the text right here, right there. All right? Romance or something like this. All right, save it. Go back to the list, create it, update it. All right. If you wanna change the columns color, you can do the same thing. All right. So you can change the select and change the color. All right. And if you wanna extend, if you wanna change the size of the columns, you can select the column. All right. You can like this. You can make it bigger, smaller. All right. You can create some room, make some room like this, and then you, for example, if I want to change my length size column. I move all of these guys. All right, and now I have some room to get this one a little bit bigger. All right, so that's how it works. You need to play with the geometry of your list a little bit to get comfortable with that. And so whenever you want to change this token, again, you can click and change it. If you want to put a text, you need to select user text and put the text you want. All right, so that's it. There are some other parameters, but I'm not going to get into that because it becomes confusing. So if you want to modify something specifically, just give me a call or send your request to OneTechno, okay, to support, and we're gonna take care of that. All right, but we cannot get into that more than that because it becomes complicated. All right. So that's for list. Insert a list and update it and modify your list. Now, if you have your list modified, all right, you're happy with your list, you can insert this list in your prototype. All right, right here. Prototype. All right, you can insert it right there and use it. Instead of this, you can insert your own list. But keep in mind, if I double click here, I don't have access to my template part. You have access to your template part only if you insert a new one. All right? I can insert my list here. I can go to user part and select my own list. Right? So if I do that here in my prototype, I'm going to get the same list every time that I generate my drawing. All right? I can't get rid of the other one. Okay. So that's for list. If I update my list, I'm going to get my length column bigger. All right. And so I need to go back there and a little bit modify my geometry because I get something wrong here. So that's for list. Any questions?
No.
No.
Okay, guys. So I'm done with this with my today's topic. So we saw together these items, parametric dimension, and insert label and well symbol. How to use these options, and don't forget that you have another item here, update default. All right, just they put that right there. Just click on that and you have access to that. And manage, if you change something, we're going to see that advanced manager setting and options. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you for today. Tomorrow we're gonna see erection drawings, all right, and drawings for stairs. I'm gonna send you my Astra add-in because on my side I have these erection drawing, but you don't have it on your side. So I'm going to send you my answer adding. So you're going to work on the same. We're going to work on the same thing, all right? Because I'm going to use these styles. All right. So you're going to get some. You're going to get my answer adding. It's too big to be sent by email. Answer adding. Make sure. Save. If I can send that by email. Yes, it's fine. I'm going to send you by email. All right. I'm going to send you this file, and tomorrow morning I'm going to tell you how to replace that. All right. Or tomorrow afternoon. Sorry. And so, any questions?
I'm trying to copy that list into my prototype.
All right.
So I click on the list and I just right click and say
No.
Copy. No, don't do that.
No, hold on. Dave. Yeah. No, you need to insert a new list.
Okay.
Insert a new list. Yeah, you're done. Don't update your list here, okay? Because this is your prototype. Just move it to wherever you want, and just place it. Press move. Type move. Enter, and select the corner of the list.
Jeez. I thought I had all these. Oh, there are.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. No. Select the corner. The other corner.
Oh. There.
Yeah.
Right click, move.
Yeah. Move it. Yeah. Can you count that?
There. All right.
Okay.
All right.
You can save it and it's done.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, guys. So
Okay.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, guys. Have a good day.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you too.
Thanks.